Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we've just covered the upper ballot races for the primaries. We are done with those upper ballot races, but we have a string of down ballot races to go through, and those races are going to be taking place from June all the way to September. These races are mainly going to be due to U.S. states and executives, or U.S. Senate elections, U.S. governor elections in general. But we'll be talking about those down ballot races from June to September. So I don't know if there are any down ballot races today, but if there are, it's going to be interesting. I preferably not, because I still have New Mexico, South Dakota, New Jersey to go for. But if there is, we will make it work. But let's talk about Montana. So Montana, 2024 is a big election year for Montana. Midterms wasn't really a big of an election year in Montana. 2022, they had the House of Representatives, and a ballot measure regarding abortion, but it didn't really. I could say abortion ballot measure was a big thing, but we're going to go ahead and talk about the primaries regarding the string of primaries in Montana regarding U.S. Senate, gubernatorial, attorney general, secretary of state, and many more. We're going to go ahead and get started because I feel like it's going to be a lengthy video, but we're going to go ahead because there's a lot to cover. Jon Tester is renominated by the Democratic Party, winning 97% of the popular vote, defeating his opponent, Michael Hermert, who only received 3% of the popular vote, that being 3,272 votes. So, as a result, you could see... Okay, I didn't know I had it up here, but you can see Tester performed his best performance in Garfield County. In Garfield County, officially going for Tester by 100%, all 220 votes. And you could basically tell that Garfield County is pretty unpopulated, but this county easily was carried by Jon Tester by 100% of the popular vote, 20 votes in total. But going to Mr. Herbert, Michael Hermert, his best performance was Carter. Michael Hermert didn't carry any county, but if he was going to carry a county, he most likely would have got away with Carter County. That said, barely having any sort of momentum to get anything in Carter County. Once again, 30 votes in total. Carter is right here, by North Dakota. 73% of the popular vote. But yeah, that is the U.S. Senate for Democrats. Let's talk about the Republican primary. So Tim Sheehy is the Republican nominee. He defeated Brad Johnson. I don't know if this is a Trump endorsed nominee. We can check because I kind of want to know. United States Senate election in Montana. Who did Trump endorse? Yeah, Jon Tester was endorsed by Joe Manchin, unfortunately. Because we want Joe Manchin to be based. Come on. He's an independent. But yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Sheehy was endorsed by Trump. Johnson wasn't endorsed by anyone. Johnson's background is the former chair of the Montana Public Service Commission and the former Montana Secretary of State. I don't know what makes him so unpopular, but this case, he's basically getting away with nothing. 19.4%. That's better than what the polls were saying. Sheehy's best performance was Phillips County, somewhere around here. While Johnson's best county is going to be Prairie County, somewhere around the Prairie. But yes, he only received 37%. Johnson didn't get anything except for 36,910 votes in total. 380 votes in the county of Prairie. Yes, in other words, this was Tim Sheehy's poorly performed county, and that was the county of Prairie. So, what about Walking Child? Charles Walking Child. Walking Child's best county is a mixture between Mineral and Sheridan counties. The New York Times is saying that Mineral County, if it had to be between Mineral and Sheridan counties, Mineral County would be the most realistic. Now, Mineral County, let's see. Right here. By Missoula. But yes. This is Brad Johnson's results. Okay. We covered the U.S. Senate. Let's talk about the governor's races. So, this is interesting results. We have the governor's race, and we can confirm that Ryan Boose, I think, is it Boosie or Boose? Ryan Boose is going to face Governor Gifford in November. I don't know if it's Gifford or Gifford. I don't know. It's just like these names. But yes, Ryan Boosie is the nominee. He won 71% of the popular vote, winning every county, but he only failed to win 2 counties. These 2 counties being the counties of Liberty and Treasure counties. These are the 2 counties. And they are carried by his opponent, Jim Hunt, who only in the end of the day won 29% of the popular vote. Interesting. But yes, that's Treasure County, Liberty County, carried by Jim Hunt. We can confirm. Boose's best performance was in Missoula, which is actually right here. It's a big city, and it's attracting a lot of votes. There's 144 votes he won in total, 64% of the popular. What? 77% of the popular vote. I was actually looking at Granite County or Mineral County. Yes, I was looking at Mineral. But Missoula County, 14,814 votes, 77% of the popular vote. Jim Hunt, 4,332 votes, and with only 23% of the popular vote in total. But Jim Hunt's best performance was going to be Treasure County, and Treasure is right here. Very small amount of votes. So you'll see this is how Boose ended up winning the election with 71%. You would think, oh, someone with 71% would easily carry every single county, right? Well, not necessarily. There's a chance, very, very slight and small chance that you could get away, that the opponent could get away with 2 counties, unpopulated counties. It wouldn't make sense for Mr. Boose to carry every single county except Missoula. It would have to be a very tiny county by population. So yes, you'll see it's not going to put a dent in the percentage at all. Treasure County, only 18 votes going to Jim Hunt, along with Liberty County. So as you can see, not a big dent at all, but Treasure County seems to be the best county for Mr. Hunt. The Republican primaries are also pretty similar. Gifford performed better than percentage-wise, but 5 points better. You'll see Greg Gifford, I don't know what. You gotta let me know. down in the comments. If you're from Montana, let me know how you pronounce your governor's name. It's just, but yes, the governor defeated Tanner Smith with 75% of the popular vote. Let's take a look at those results. But yes, you'll see. Greg Giffords won the election by 75.2%, winning every single county, defeating Tanner Smith, who only obtained 24.8% of the popular vote. Yes, he seems to lead big with bigger cities. That makes sense because that's where the center of the population is. So, county-wise, the governor's best county is going to be Toole County, in which Toole County, is it up here? Toole, right here. Toole County, 86% of the popular vote, 841. Smith obtained, or his best county was, Mr. Smith's county was 58% in Fergus County. That is who only obtained 42% of the popular vote. But then again, there really isn't a best county of performance for Mr. Tanner Smith. But Smith, if you say which county he did the best would be Fergus County. But yes, Giffords is a mixture of Toole and Garfield counties. But New York Times is suggesting that Toole County be the governor's best county of performance, seeing that he obtained 976 votes. A bigger amount of votes compared, like 841 votes, compared to the amount of participation in Garfield County, which is much smaller. But that is what they're basically saying. The Attorney General's race. Interestingly enough, let's take a look at the Attorney General. We're going to, as you know, we're getting near the end. As you can see, Austin Knudsen managed to win the election with 82.2% of the popular vote, sweeping the Big Sky country itself. He performed better than the governor by percentage-wise, defeating Logan Olson, who only received 17.8% of the popular vote. Knudsen ended up escaping with Macomb County. That's his best county of performance, with 92% of the popular vote. Macomb. That's Prairie. That's Fergus. But yes, Macomb County is his best county, winning 92% of the popular vote percentage-wise, while Logan Olson performed best in Daniels County, which, this is Macomb we were looking for. Dawson. But yes, Daniels County, Logan Olson received 56% of the popular vote. Excuse me. 44% of the popular vote. I was looking at Knudsen. But Knudsen won the county by 56%. But that was more of Knudsen's county that he kind of struggled more. And that being 594 people, their chance of lack of participation had the chance of the opposition turnout to be much higher. But that does indeed make sense. But let's go down. Ben Elke won the Democratic primary unopposed. So yes, Knudsen will face Ben Elke in the general in November. Let's go ahead. Attorney General's race. Wait, I think we can see the results. No, there's not really much we can see, but going down, there are other races. We can confirm that the state auditor's race, we have Mr. Rebke won the popular is I don't know if it's Mrs. or Mr., but Rebke, as we can know, he is uncontested. He is advancing straight to the general, where he's meeting Jim Brown, I believe that's his name. But Mr. Brown, he'll be challenging Mr. Brown, who ended up winning the Republican Party by 70% of the popular vote, defeating Willoughby, 95% of votes in, 70% of the popular vote. So that is the auditor's race. Same could be said for the Secretary of State, where both Democratic and Republican nominees were uncontested. Mullen is the Democratic nominee. Mullen is going to be challenged by Jacobson in the general election in November. The Superintendent of Public Instruction. So when it comes to that, we're going to be taking a look at the superintendent of that race. You'll see Susie Hedalin has won the election by 62.3% of the popular vote. Once again, sweeping the state of Montana, defeating Cheryl Allen, who only received 37.7% of the popular vote. It seems like both women, I think they're both women, so Miss Allen won 4 counties, luckily for her. She at least went home with something. She won with Glacier, Toole County, Liberty County, and Wilbox County. Here, Wilbox County was pretty close in that county, which lack of participation. But Hedalin and her performance, she did best in the county of Valley. In that Valley County, let's see, is right here, 73%, and she got over to 1,000 votes. So that's actually pretty good when it comes to turnout. I don't know if there's a city up there that's affecting the turnout, but it's definitely not these 4 major cities in the state of Montana. But let's talk about Miss Allen's performance. Of course, her best performance is actually going to be conflicted between the 4 counties she won, which was all 51% of the popular vote. New York Times is suggesting that Toole County be her best performance, since she received more votes in that county overall, specifically 399 votes. You could say, round up and say she got 400 votes if you wanted to. But yes, then again, she barely carried these counties. Once again, Shannon O'Brien is uncontested and will be facing Susie Hedalin in general election in November. So uncontested, as we can declare. And I think that's it. So let me know what you guys think. Are you from Montana? Tell me what you got. If you guys voted, who did you guys vote for in these primaries? Did you win? Were you successful? And how do you think the general election will go out in November? Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next political episode.